Your heart always warns you before it stops beating. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people die from heart attacks, and the most heartbreaking part is many of them never saw it coming. You might think a heart attack strikes suddenly, like a lightning bolt to the chest. But in reality, that's rarely the case. The heart always whispers before it screams. Heart warnings don't always come as intense chest pain like you see in the movies. Over 43% of heart attack survivors said they never experienced clear chest pain beforehand. Instead, their bodies sent out subtle warning signs: strange fatigue, trouble sleeping, shortness of breath, or simply a sense that something isn't right. And here's what most people have never been told. These signs can appear up to 30 days before the actual heart attack. Yes, an entire month in advance if you know what to look for. As a cardiologist, I've seen too many patients fall into the same tragic pattern. They come in feeling just a little off, tired, mildly short of breath. They blame it on aging, stress, or lack of sleep. But just a few days later, they're rushed into the ER. Some never wake up again. That's why this video could save your life, or the life of someone you love. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 6 early warning signs of a heart attack that I most often see in patients before the crisis hits. They may sound ordinary, but if ignored, you're putting your heart at serious risk. Be sure to watch until the very end, because sign 1 is the most dangerous one of all. It's also the most commonly overlooked, and it's the one that has helped many people survive, just in time. I've also prepared 2 gifts for you: a science-backed nutrition guide to help naturally cleanse your arteries, and a deep dive video revealing the hidden cause of heart disease that few people know, along with simple steps you can take today. Before we begin, I kindly ask you to like this video so more people can access this life-saving information. Subscribe to our channel if you truly care about your heart health. Turn on the notification bell because every week we share tips that could save lives. Now then, let's begin. Why this video could save your life. Did you know that a heart attack is often not the beginning, but the final chapter of a long series of missed warnings? Most patients who are hospitalized for a heart attack share one heartbreaking sentiment: "I wish I had known sooner." They wish they hadn't ignored that strange fatigue. They wish they hadn't assumed the indigestion was just from dinner. They wish they hadn't overlooked waking up at night, drenched in cold sweat. But sadly, when the actual heart attack strikes, the clock has already run out. In many cases, there's no more time to act. This video was made to change that. So you'll never have to say the words, "I wish I had," when it's already too late. We didn't create this video to scare you. Our goal is to empower you through understanding and early action. Because your heart is always sending signals. The problem is, no one ever taught you how to listen. Studies from respected medical institutions like Circulation, PubMed, and Harvard Health have found early warning signs are more common in women and people over age 50. Many of these symptoms are misdiagnosed as digestive issues, stress, or simply getting older. But when seen together, they form a clear warning code from your heart. And if these signals are recognized in time, just one phone call to your doctor, a blood test, or a simple lifestyle change could help you avoid a major heart attack. You could live longer and live healthier. So keep watching, because each of the signs you're about to learn isn't just information, it could be your second chance. For you or for someone you love. 6. Unus fatigue. Have you ever felt completely drained for no clear reason? Not the kind of tiredness that comes after a long day, but a deep, lingering exhaustion that doesn't go away even after plenty of rest? If so, pay close attention. This could be one of the very first warning signs from your heart. Unusual fatigue is one of the most common early symptoms I see in patients before a heart attack occurs. They often describe it like this: "It's like my battery is slowly dying. Even walking a few steps makes me feel wiped out. I don't feel like doing anything, like my body just refuses to move." This is not laziness, and it's not just a normal part of aging. It's a red flag that your cardiovascular system may be under serious strain. What does science say? A study published in Circulation found that 71% of women experienced severe fatigue in the month leading up to their heart attack. This fatigue didn't go away with rest and often came with a heavy feeling in the chest or mild shortness of breath during activity. In men, this symptom also appears, but it's often overlooked since many men don't talk about feeling tired unless it's extreme. From a physiological perspective, when the heart isn't pumping efficiently due to blocked arteries or weakened contractions, your muscles and brain don't get enough oxygen-rich blood. The result? You feel sluggish, low energy, and even mentally foggy. Normal tiredness vs. warning fatigue. This is a question many of my patients ask. How do I know if my fatigue is just normal or something more serious? Here's what I tell them. Look for these 3 key factors. Timing. If you feel tired even after waking up, or the fatigue lasts all day with no improvement, be cautious. Severity. If the fatigue is so intense that you have to stop halfway through a simple task or can't complete routine activities, it's a concern. Duration. If the fatigue lasts for several days in a row and it's not related to a cold, poor sleep, or stress, don't ignore it. A real-life example. I once treated a 62-year-old woman, an active, energetic person. She started feeling unusually tired on her morning trips to the market. Just walking a few steps made her want to sit down. She dismissed it, thinking, maybe I'm just getting older. 6 days later, she suffered an acute heart attack. Thankfully, her daughter called 911 just in time and she survived. What should you do? Listen to your body. If you're experiencing unexplained fatigue that lasts more than 3 to 5 days, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. A simple blood test, EKG, or cardiac ultrasound could uncover early heart problems before they become life-threatening. Don't wait until you're completely exhausted to act, because today's fatigue could be tomorrow's second chance. 5. Shortness of breath. Do you find yourself out of breath doing simple things like walking from one room to another? Have you ever felt like you couldn't take a full, deep breath even while sitting still? If so, your heart may be crying out for help right now. Shortness of breath is one of the earliest and most common signs of an impending heart attack. But it's also one of the most misunderstood. What does the research say? Multiple studies have shown between 42% and 58% of patients, especially women, reported shortness of breath in the month leading up to their heart attack. Sync Health, Harvard Health, Circulation Journal. The concerning part? Most people assumed it was asthma, being out of shape, or simply getting older. Why is shortness of breath linked to the heart? The human body is a deeply connected system. When your heart isn't pumping efficiently, blood can back up into the pulmonary veins, leading to fluid buildup in the lungs. The result? You feel like something is pressing on your chest. Your breathing becomes shallow, rapid, and unsatisfying. Many patients describe it like this. I can't climb stairs like I used to. I feel like I'm gasping for air. I have to sit up at night just to breathe. Taking a deep breath feels like trying to breathe through a straw. When to be concerned. You feel short of breath even at rest. The sensation comes with chest tightness or fatigue. You've started avoiding activities like taking the stairs because of the fear of breathlessness. One major red flag. If your shortness of breath comes on suddenly while resting or wakes you up at night, do not ignore it. Common misdiagnoses. Many people assume it's just bronchitis, obesity, anxiety, or panic attacks, seasonal allergies. But here's the key. If these symptoms don't improve with medication, or if they appear suddenly without a clear cause, then your heart should be the first thing checked. Expert advice. If you experience persistent shortness of breath, especially when combined with fatigue, chest discomfort, or cold sweats, seek medical attention immediately. It might turn out to be something minor like a cold. But if it's your heart, every minute counts, and waiting could cost you your life. Shortness of breath is not just a symptom. It's your heart's urgent whisper for help. Listen before it falls silent. Transform checkup discomfort. When people think of a heart attack, the first symptom that usually comes to mind is chest pain. And it's true, chest discomfort remains one of the most important warning signs. But here's the problem. It doesn't always feel the way you expect. What does chest pain really feel like? It's not always the dramatic knife-stabbing pain you see in movies. In reality, the sensation is often subtle and easily dismissed, such as a heavy pressure on the chest like something is sitting on it, a tight squeezing or dull aching feeling, discomfort that radiates to the left shoulder, neck, upper back, or jaw, a sensation that comes and goes, making you think you're fine now. Many patients describe it like this. It felt like someone was sitting on my chest. It was like indigestion, but not from my stomach. What the research says. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, nearly 50% of heart attack patients report some form of chest discomfort, even if it's mild or brief. Many only feel a tightness when climbing stairs or feeling anxious, and once it fades, they assume it's nothing serious. But this is the dangerous mistake, ignoring the warning signs. Why does this happen? When the coronary arteries are narrowed or partially blocked, your heart doesn't receive enough oxygen-rich blood. This oxygen hunger in the heart muscle causes pain or pressure, a condition known medically as angina, often mistaken for digestion issues. Especially in people over 50, chest discomfort is often confused with acid reflux, bloating, indigestion. You might feel a burning sensation in the middle of your chest or upper abdomen and blame it on spicy food, stress, or the weather. But here's the key. If your symptoms don't improve with antacids or stomach medication, ask yourself, could this be your heart? When to take it seriously? Chest discomfort that recurs over several days, comes on with physical effort or emotional stress and eases with rest. Occurs alongside other symptoms, shortness of breath, fatigue, sweating, or nausea. If you ever feel, something's not right with my chest, this feels different, don't wait. Let your doctor evaluate it. A 15-minute heart check might save you from 15 years of regret. A final reminder, not every chest pain means a heart attack. But if it's your heart sounding the alarm, the worst thing you can do is ignore it until it's too late. With your heart, something feels off is always better than I realize too late. Sign of 3. Frequent indiscriminate or burping. Length tilde 600 words. Do you often feel bloated after eating? Do you experience frequent burping, chest burning, or mild nausea that lingers? You might assume it's just your stomach, and maybe it is, but maybe it's not. In adults over 50, minor digestive issues can sometimes mask something far more serious: your heart. Why stomach symptoms could be heart relief. Your digestive and cardiovascular systems both rely on a steady supply of blood and oxygen to function. When the coronary arteries become narrowed or blocked, blood flow to the heart, and sometimes the digestive tract, is reduced. As a result, you may experience a bloated or uncomfortable feeling, even after eating very little. Frequent burping, especially after light physical activity. Mild unexplained nausea. Here's the scary part. Over 40% of heart attack patients never experience chest pain at all. Instead, their only symptoms mimic indigestion. National Institute of Nursing Research, NIN. A real-life story. I once treated a 59-year-old man who came in believing he had chronic acid reflux. He had been feeling bloated, frequently burping, and had a dull discomfort in his stomach. He had self-medicated with antacids for over a week with no relief. Thankfully, his wife convinced him to get his heart checked just to be safe. The result? He had an 85% blockage in his main left coronary artery, a condition that could have triggered a massive heart attack within days if left untreated. Because he didn't ignore what seemed like simple indigestion, we were able to perform a life-saving procedure in time. when to suspect it's not your stomach. Be alert if you experience burping, bloating, or nausea lasting for several days. No improvement after using digestion aids or antacids. These symptoms occur with fatigue, shortness of breath, light chest discomfort, or cold sweats. Discomfort that appears after physical effort or during emotional stress. One key difference: heart indigestion usually isn't tied to meals and tends to get worse with exertion, then improves with rest. Don't let assumptions block your awareness. You've lived long enough to know what normal feels like in your body. If something feels off, listen to that instinct. And don't hesitate to talk to your doctor even if you believe it's just digestive trouble. Because sometimes what you think is your stomach might be your heart's final cry for help. Do you often wake up in the middle of the night, have trouble falling asleep, or suddenly find yourself wide awake at 2 or 3 a.m. for no clear reason? If this happens frequently, don't rush to blame it on age or stress. Sleep isn't just rest. It's a vital sign of your heart's health. The connection between sleep and your heart. While you sleep, your heart gets a chance to recover, its rate slows, blood pressure stabilizes, and hormone levels rebalance. But if your sleep is disrupted, broken into fragments, or includes brief moments where breathing stops, your cardiovascular system may be under constant, hidden stress. A major study published in Circulation found chronic insomnia may raise the risk of a heart attack by up to 27%. In adults over 50, disorders such as trouble falling asleep, waking up frequently at night, waking earlier than usual, feeling anxious, or having a racing heart during sleep can all be early warning signs from your nervous and cardiovascular systems. Sleep apnea, the silent enemy. One especially dangerous condition is sleep apnea, a disorder where breathing repeatedly stops for several seconds, even up to a minute during sleep. When this happens, blood oxygen levels drop suddenly, triggering your body's emergency response. Increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, rising internal stress hormones. Over time, this constant strain overloads the heart, increasing the risk of heart failure, hypertension, or a heart attack. Is your sleep sending you a warning? Pay attention if you still feel tired after 7-8 hours of sleep. Wake up multiple times during the night. Wake up feeling short of breath or sweating. Snore loudly according to your partner or family. Also, don't ignore sensations of mild panic when waking up or needing to sit upright just to breathe easier. These may be signs of underlying heart failure. Expert advice. Poor sleep over time doesn't just make you tired. It quietly disrupts your entire cardiovascular balance. If you're dealing with chronic sleep issues, speak with your doctor. A simple EKG, overnight blood pressure monitoring, or a sleep study can uncover problems early, before serious damage is done. Remember, don't let a sleepless night today become a lifelong regret tomorrow. Deep, restful sleep doesn't just help you live longer. It helps you live healthier, more alert, and with peace of mind.